Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, please do remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and click the bell notification. Share, you know the drill, guys. So I'm here to discuss the old Tamara Geddes case. There has been a fifth person charged, a 55-year-old Owen Irvin, and those that have been previously charged were Tashana Young, 33, and Nadine Geddes, and their two daughters, one of which is a minor, so they haven't released her name. So I just want to take a look at the whole case overall and give my comments, my thoughts on it, i.e. my 2 cents on the whole matter.
Residents of Reserve Trelawney looked on from a distance as the suspects of Tamara Geddes' murder exited the police vehicles and into the courthouse. The three accused are Nadine Geddes and her two daughters, 21-year-old Shanice Ruddock, the other is a minor. The residents claimed that their peaceful community had been rocked not once with the murder of Geddes, but twice when the sister and the nieces of the victim were arrested and charged with her murder. They did not mince words when they spoke to our cameras.
Tamara never deserved this. She not deserve it. It upsetting. And all if Tamara cuss them today, by tomorrow, Tamara they talk to Rosie and make up it back with Rosie. She not deserve this.
Not one of them if you come back around. All of them figure a prison for life. Them wicked. A long time them are planning and none of them no decide say nobody with all of them with it from day one until now. Them wicked.
They don't have to sit back road now. They have to suffer. They're wicked. Wicked people. You can't do your one family like that. Your one sister. Or if you kill your blood, family, sister. For what? For things?
Two other persons were also arrested for the murder. One has been charged, a woman who the police claim was paid $150,000 for the gunman to carry out the attack. Tamara Geddes was murdered on June 19, reportedly in front of her 10-year-old daughter. Tamara shared a house with her sister Nadine Geddes, who told us at the time she did not hear the attack. Tamara was shot and killed. Lawyer representing the minor Marissa Dalrymple Philibert described the incident as very unfortunate.
My consideration is that she is 14 years old, so she's a minor, and her interest is of paramount importance. And as a 14-year-old, you know, she is the future of the country. She's a young child, and we have to be careful and sensitive in this matter.
Jamila Maitland for CVM Live.
So guys, it is said that this fifth individual is the person responsible for hiring the hitman to come and take Tamara out. Something quite interesting that I've observed, and I know a lot of people have observed it as well. Have you noticed that everyone that got charged in the murder, they're not actually the person that pulled the trigger? And I'm just being realistic here, guys. And unless Jamaica is no longer the Jamaica that I know, unless the culture has suddenly transformed, unless the culture has suddenly reformed into a culture that would stand up without fear, I don't believe that we'll ever know who pulled the trigger. Like I said, I would be very surprised if the fifth person actually gives that person up. I would be surprised, because we know the culture of Jamaica. You know, if you open your mouth, then someone is going to come and take you out. Someone is going to want to come and harm you. You know that old bully behavior where you can't speak, you can't stand up for right things, because people believe that they should do what they want to do and no one should say anything. You know, it's a really sad situation, but we have to be realistic. A lot of people won't speak because they're afraid of reprisal. They're afraid of losing their lives, which you have to look at that as well. And you can't say that they should put themselves in harm's way. So I would be very surprised if the individual who is responsible for pulling that trigger is found, guys. I'd be quite surprised, unless it's gonna be anonymous etc., where someone do it anonymously. And even so, how things are, it would be great if people would be, it would be great, that would be great if the culture would change and, people would be bold enough to stand up and speak, like in England, again, the only place you would find where people are afraid to speak is in the inner city of the UK. But if you go to the affluent areas of the UK, you'll find people are more bold, that they're not afraid to speak up. The same way in Jamaica, in the more affluent areas, people are not afraid to speak up. It's just the inner city culture, the inner city where there's just this fear, people are afraid of what might happen, what are the repercussions if they speak up against certain things. So again, it's just one of those gray areas. So I'll be really surprised if we hear who actually pulled the trigger, who actually took Tamara Geddes out. Anyway, going on to Nadine Geddes, because this is just one of those cases where you just have to, this is not the first, guys. This happens all the time. There's so much envy, bad mind all around us. People get killed by their family member. But it's just, I think, again, it's just how it came out. It's about the revelation of how this thing has been planned, orchestrated. Even the fact that the daughters are involved. Nadine involved their own children in this. So it's just one of those things where it's just shocking to think about that someone could be this cold-hearted. But again, this is what hatred does. It blinds you. It blinds your sensibility. This is what envy does. This is what hate does. It creates this monster in you that you can't think logically. So I think people should take a cue from this and understand the world that you live in, the people that are around you, that not everyone that smiles, not everyone that tells you they love you means they love you. And it's just a sad reality that we have to face. But here's my final point. So, of course, these 5 individuals, everyone's life has been changed, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many people get charged, Tamara Geddes will never come back. Tamara Geddes is gone. And that's the sad, sad reality. She has gone, left her daughter, a 10-year-old. And she has gone, left her daughter. And the worst bit is her daughter witnessed this happening to her. So you're looking at another situation where that child has to live with this, because it's just going to be, she's old enough to remember that her mom was killed in front of her. So just because of one person's desire, one person's hatred for their own sister, because every sister we all have our ups and downs and our bickering, but you allowed hatred. Just for your hatred, so many people's lives have been destroyed. You understand? Just because of one person's hatred for a sister, so many people know their reality has changed, their whole life has changed. And it's just a sad situation. It's just a sad story. Poor Tamara is gone. She'll never come back. And her daughter will have to live with those scars forever. And that's why it's just heartbreaking. But as always, guys, I do thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Click the bell notification. Share, So you do have yourself a wonderful day, guys. Until next time, Godspeed. Bye.